Infotainment ukamva sasi kulira chonchi sasi ndiye kuti nkhani za msanguluso zabwera tikuwuzeni kuti kunali chani nkhani za msanguluso komanso kukhalenso chani nkhani za msanguluso. And you with me, Sam Banda Jr. In this edition we speak to Eli Njuchi. He speaks to us on the new song Goo Goo Goo. What is it all about? And some people have already started speculating or talking about the song. Others are saying no, he has stolen the song. We speak to him. He tells us more about that song as well as his project Laid Frag coming up, which he will launch in July. We have the details on that. We also talk about the Euro Film Festival 3rd edition taking place last weekend, where 16 films from 20 countries were screened in Blantyre and Lilongwe. We've got details on that. And we also go on to look at different stories happening around Faith Musa and physics. They are ambassadors for various institutions. It means there is growth. But all you can do is stay right there, because I've got so much to give you in this edition of Infotainment. As I said, my name is Sam Banda Jr. Just stay right there as I bring you more in Infotainment, a basket full of arts and entertainment. Now, we begin our program with news that last weekend, Blantyre Sports Club played host to a DJ Mighty Virus jam session that brought on board several artists, artists such as Pixie, Physics, Barry One, Rita, and several other acts performed at Blantyre Sports Club. Once again, the show failed to attract a huge audience, just like the previous week when it hosted Mlaka Maliro, who also This is Infotainment. Ukamva sasi kulira chonchi sasi ndiye kuti nkhani za msanguluso zabwera tikuwuzeni kuti kunali chani nkhani za msanguluso komanso kukhalenso chani nkhani za msanguluso. And you with me, Sam Banda Jr. In this edition we speak to Eli Njuchi. He speaks to us on the new song Goo Goo Goo. What is it all about? And some people have already started speculating or talking about the song. Others are saying no, he has stolen the song. We speak to him. He tells us more about that song as well as his project Laid Frag coming up, which he will launch in July. We have the details on that. We also talk about the Euro Film Festival 3rd edition taking place last weekend, where 16 films from 20 countries were screened in Blantyre and Lilongwe. We've got details on that. And we also go on to look at different stories happening around Faith Musa and physics. They are ambassadors for various institutions. It means there is growth. But all you can do is stay right there, because I've got so much to give you in this edition of Infotainment. As I said, my name is Sam Banda Jr. Just stay right there as I bring you more in Infotainment, a basket full of arts and entertainment. Now we begin our program with news that last weekend Blantyre Sports Club played host to a DJ Mighty Virus jam session that brought on board several artists, artists such as Pixie, Physics, Barry One, Rita, and several other acts performed at Blantyre Sports Club. Once again, the show failed to attract a huge audience, just like the previous week when it hosted Mlaka Maliro, who also failed to pull a huge audience. And despite having the guest artist all the way from South Africa, DJ Cleo, the audience was not that convincing, but still more those who came had an amazing moment, and they enjoyed the performances on a cold Saturday, because the event started on Saturday. It went all the way to the early hours of Sunday. We'll give you the highlights of how it went, including an exceptional moment when DJ Cleo played a national anthem that had people singing along. So let's see the highlights from that event.
Don't dada wapagala dela kuya sasa kundia lusabu.
Yeah, that's the DJ Mighty Virus jam session that took place at Blantyre Sports Club. And you saw the magic from DJ Cleo doing the country's national anthem. And people could not hold it but sing along to that national anthem. And he showed his magic, and that was a special moment. And you also saw performances from Rasta Mel's Kumpanje with the song, with his song. And you also saw performances from Ty Green. He was there. There was also a highlight from Hyphen, as well as Barry One. That's how it was at Blantyre Sports Club. Remember, you're watching Infotainment, a basket full of arts and entertainment, and my name is Sam Banajudo. Now we're still sticking on to music. Now, this artist was outside the country where she spent about 4 years. She was pursuing further studies, and now she's back as doctor, and that's Dr. Estina Katengeza. And despite that she was pursuing further studies, she still continued with her music exploits. For those of you who followed her music, you know songs like Ziribuino and other songs. So she's been working on new stuff. She's back in the country, and one of the songs that she has released is titled Amama Inuyo, and this is a dedication to her mother, basically appreciating the works of her mother. We caught up with Estina Katengeza just to tell us more about life in Japan, the 4 years she spent, as well as the new project, a new song, Amama Inuyo, as well as some of the projects coming up, because she's basically highlighted that she's working on an album as well as an extended playlist. Let's hear from Estina Katengeza.
Chochita kaya ndungo funa wina ndimvetseleko. Mama, you're the one I run to with all my pain and struggle. Zingachepe zingakule mama mumachela kutu. Mama inuyo ndinunzanga wapantima. I studied at the University of Tokyo. My supervisor was Professor Imoto. And I studied environmental radioactivity. So my research was in collaboration with Japan Atomic Energy Agency. And so most of that research I did in Fukushima. I was focusing on agricultural reservoirs and how cesium can affect decontamination efforts. So mainly that was my main research theme in Japan. I think I was really blessed and privileged because it was coincidental that I met Everett Mapp, who was the producer of that song. He's DJ Red Rock, and I met him at an event for Africa Association of Miyagi. So at that event I met him and we started talking music, and then he shared the beat, and then I put in the lyrics, and then yeah, we had that song. So I think when you're passionate about something, I think there's always a way that comes out that you can do a little something. So I didn't do a lot of music. It was just that one project, but I was really grateful for the opportunity. I'm grateful for the wonderful relationship that I have with my mom. She's someone that I trust, that I can confide in. She's always there in whatever situation I'm going through. She's inspirational, and so I just wanted to show my appreciation to her. And I know that there are many people that can give their own stories about their relationships with their mom. So for me, I just wanted to praise her and appreciate her right now on her birthday. So I'm really grateful for this opportunity. So around August, September, I will be producing an extended play, which should be available for people to buy. And I am already in the studio working on several songs. So I am expecting to be doing a lot of music because I haven't been singing very actively for 4 years. So a lot of music in me that's just waiting to come out there. Mama inuyo mubawala ngati dzuwa. Mama inuyo anakonza. Draw a little
Yeah, that's Estina Katengeza telling us more about life in Japan, as well as the studies she was pursuing, as well as a new song, a dedication to her mother, as well as other projects coming up. So looking forward to more from her. Now we're still sticking on to music, because from Estina Katengeza we go to Eli Njuchi. Eli Njuchi, he's been in the limelight on social media and other platforms. People are talking about his new song titled Gugugu. Others are impressed, blown away with the song, appreciating his talent. Others are talking about, no, the song has been stolen. A lot of things are being said about the song. But we had time to speak to Eli Njuchi just to highlight more about the song Gugugu, what inspired the song, because a lot of people are talking about this song. And if you look at his other projects as well, people have been talking about his songs, the way he comes up or stitches the songs. And actually this song Gugugu is part of his new album titled Raid Flag. He'll be launching this album in July. That's in Mangochi. So we'll be having more highlights or more information from the artist. But this time around, he tells us more about Gugugu. Let's hear from Eli Njuchi.
Oh yes, I know. Palira zimuna tingapo. Tima masuka tikayambana. Mamuna wako ndi chisocha. Adzandidziwa tikadza kumana. Hey. Adzangora bakakaka. Gugugu.
Question, and you're not giving me attention. Administration, no comfort,
It's just a pack on the beat.
Time is 1+1. You're giving me attention, and you're making me those, and I'm making me those, and I need that from my mom.
Zangova wina wafa, wina wafa. Zangova wina ndamu Zangova wina wafa, wina wafa. Zangova wina ndamu
Let's go.
Ndine bad boy wa mugeto, bad boy wa mugeto. Kumwera jogera sangati weko.
Nyimbo wambila from Opeka aikumanenda mbele ku production anapanga produce ndi suspense, vocals anandipanga record ndi suspense, beat anapanga ndi Jostopaki ndi producer wa Nigeria. My lyrics in composition china hii yose ndinapanga ndi ineo Eli Njuchi. Then yeah, of course mbeke ceremony ndinaimva yakuti the beat is not original what komano ndi beat yokuti tinakhala basi ndi Jostopaki ndikukambirana zantengo kuti ndingapange bwanji on beat. Anova, as I am saying right now, I'm the co-owner of the beat. Mokuti muntu wigwisa ntchito here in Malawi, my team will have no choice but to sue that person. Nyimbo hii Gugugu kamba za nyama tamena kudandaula akudandaulira nsekana lukase kuti ndizokuona kudandaula yonchi sisman sangalatsa tsikana kudandaula chifukwa tsikana kudandaula chifukwa cha mphekesela zimene amamba tingane timene amamba anyama atatosera khala mu relationships ndipo timakanthawi ngati kamene kuti kanati pezako kokuti nsekana athu kudandaulira kamena kuti partner wathu kudandaulira chifukwa cha mphekesela timene akumva. So the guy is telling the girl kuti I feel bad about it and kanthawi kena kake I will lose my patience. Zapezeka zakuti mwangomva zokuti wina wake wa chechedwa so the song talks about that. Weekend wake ndi sanami ina nyimbo jokuti tinali mu studio in this suspense na play a beat from nowhere zangopezeka zakuti basi kama ngondibwelera kamene koka kama ngopezeka zuri ngondibwelera and from nowhere kena ko basi inangwambika pang'ono kena kusangova wina wafa kamene kosa kangangoti ndizinto zakuti ndintu yovuta kwambiri kuchifotokoza komano ndingachifotokoza yonchi. Music for me it's something else spiritual, chintu china chake chokuti chimangobwera pa ine ndintu chovuta kuchifotokoza, komana I believe kuti chili ma artist wina aliyese and I believe kuti chili kwa artist wina wake amene kundionelera apapa ndimava kusangalala ndisanami because kabekedwe ka nyimbo izizi kamatengera pa nyimbo zina zokuti zimangobwera like automatically imangopezeka zoti yabwera automatically nyimbo ichi koma pali nyimbo zina zokuti zimakhala pasi ndipo zimatengera nthawi yayitali kwambiri zimatengera masiku
Useba kunali beko ndine bad boy wa mugeto, bad boy wa mugeto. Tima wanga suma kwilikapo ndikuti wina zachilapa kufukwa mtima mati anyway ntima chauda na ndima na beshe si hane.
Yeah, that's Eli Njochi telling us more about that song, Go Go Go. And then, as I said, it's part of a project he's working on. Actually, has already finalized it. It's titled Red Flag, and he will launch it in Mangochi. We will have more as we go, but we hope you've actually got something from that interview in terms of the new song titled Go Go Go. Now, from there, we move on to other activities. May 9 every year is the Europe Day, and there are celebrations which are organized, and in Malawi, the celebrations took place at the EU ambassador, that's European Union ambassador's residence, that's Rune Skinebach in Lilongwe, where a lot of people from various walks of life attended the celebrations. And apart from ministers, government officials, academicians, and whoever you may talk about, artists were also part of the celebration. So there were artists such as Here's Children from Music Crossroads. They gave out a soup of traditional dances that excited the audience. There was also the unveiling of a mural which was done by a visual artist Madaliso Zwao to highlight the developments or the partnership between Malawi and EU, and he drew the mural linking it to the theme which was basically talking about diversity. And there were also other performances coming from Nyago, who surprised people when she did a national anthem in Tumbuka. So we're there, and we have highlights from the EU Day, which took place in Lilongwe. Let's take a look.
Here. This is not the actual painting I did. It's just a reprint, but there is the actual one. So we just printed to enlarge it so that it will be presented here. On this painting, I did something which will depict the future, dreaming about the future. And you can see the irrigation system which is happening there. It's not about using the water cans that we always use in Malawi, but we are going to use the tractors irrigating the field, and we can see the drones which are also irrigating. It's not as usual that we just see the drones when there is a wedding or celebration like this one, but we can use the drones even on agriculture. And an elder, a mother with each change, which we can see everyone is now in each change, which represents Malawi way of dressing. And there is another child with a schoolboy with a school bag on his back, and a child is also with albinism. So this shows inclusive. We are moving towards the future. We have a green Malawi. We have a beautiful Malawi with the sky, which will show us the relationship between Malawi and Europe. That's why there is a stars of European Union and the flag of Malawi. That is the idea behind the painting. Thank you.
Out of their skins and their eyes. But that's not the way how it's supposed to be. We are all one and derived from same ancestors. And it is historically proven.
I agree.
Let me also remind you that there is no special air or food on earth for privilege or underprivileged. Nobody is different from one another. Whether you are on a higher position or regarded as underdog in the society, but we are all one. For this, let me thank you all for listening, and let's celebrate Europe Day in Milan. Through music and dances and folk songs.
Europe Day celebrations taking place in Lilongwe at the European Ambassador's residence, and that's how it was. Now moving on, musician Rande Nansungwi has organized a music concert that will take place at Robbins Park in Blantyre. It's a music concert where it is all about praising and worshiping God. We caught up with Rande Nansungwi just to share more details about the music concert, which will take place at Robbins Park in Blantyre on Sunday. Let's hear from Rande Nansungwi.
Nditaimbabe saundipata luso, nditanenabe sauchota mavuto, nditakambabe saotiwa mavuto wandu, popeza ndiye yankula zonse, iye samasinta adalipo alipo atakalapo mwini wa zonse olengatiko palibe chomwe chingankanike Yesu ngawa zonse tintulire iye.
Yeah, we had a concert in Lilongwe on the 27th of February. The turnout was right. The event went very well. Now this time around, we've thought it wise that we should do it in Blantyre as well. Blantyre is a hometown. I believe it will be warm as usual. Well, this concert is all about praising and worshiping God, sharing a message of hope, peace and love and harmony. Well, people should expect a family type of event. It's been set so that everybody could have a share of this cake. What I mean is, there's so many artists who are bringing different varieties or genres of music that we do love to listen to. So everybody who is coming to this concert should expect something special, should expect something that they've never seen before, should expect fireworks. Well, I'll be performing some of the new songs that people haven't heard before. I just have another album that I'm producing right now. I'm working on another album. There's some other people who haven't listened to some of these songs, and there are also going to be some other songs that I've performed before that will be performed on this day as well.
That's Rande Nansungwi there telling us more about the music concert taking place at Robbins Park in Blantyre on Sunday. On that note, we've come to the very end of Infotainment, a basket for arts and entertainment. Just to some AOBs, Mlaka